gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, may I present to you a spectacle most of the morning in the making? The coolest
BMW M3.
Hello everyone, I'm Shen Technic Bricks. I'm finally uploading a video. In this video, I'll be showing you my latest car mock, which is this 1988 BMW M3. This video is actually a collaboration with 3 other of my Discord friends, which is Legoliga Bricks, Elmo the Furious, and Yoop dawg. Each of us are making a car mock from the 80s. If you want to see their cars, you can find all the links in the description below. Alright, let's dive into all the functions of this mock. This is actually my first time to make such small scale car mocks. I usually build a Technic car, but now it's a speed champion scale. So the smallest wheel I can find is this thin Technic pulley wheels. Actually, I'm quite satisfied on how it came out, because for this scale of wheels, I can do more functions and that's more fun. The best function, I think, is this car can actually steer. In the inside of the car, you can see a universal joint. You can actually slide an axle in to control your car, just like a Technic hand of God steering, and it's very playable. Also, the 4 wheels are independent, it's just rolling wheels, and the steering works nice too. In the interior, the first thing you can see is the steering wheel. The steering wheel is connected to the steering rack through some gears, so that the car is actually steerable, as I mentioned before. In my opinion, this steering wheel is a realistic function. Yeah, you might notice the steering wheel is on the right side of the car. Yes, it's because that all cars have both steering sides. For example, in Hong Kong, it follows the England style, so that the car is right side steering. So, the second thing to mention in the interior is the seats. A little thing to mention is that I don't have the seat piece, so my solution is using this snot piece. I grabbed 3 of this snot piece and lined them up, so in my opinion they look like a sofa or a longer seat. Maybe I should make a cup holder next time. In front of the seats, you can also see this cheese loop that looks like a speed meter. Also below the steering wheel, there is 2 more cheese loops, here representing a brake pedal and a accelerator pedal, which you can imagine that it's stepped on and accelerating the car. There is also a gear shifter here. Time to introduce the building techniques on the door and the roof. For the door, I'm actually really glad of the design. Obviously, I'm a Technic guy. Even for a system car mock, I wanted to add as many functions to it. So I make the side doors openable. It's quite neat. And the interesting thing to mention is this snot brick connected to this 2x1 cheese loop. I can say that I used a clever but not so clever design. Let me explain. If you are an expert builder, you probably know that this cheese loop is actually not touching the chassis. Also, the gap between the brick wall and this cheese loop is quite big. I used a stud with hole piece to connect this cheese loop's middle and make the door working smoothly, also much beautiful. Then for the roof, I'm making it as thin as possible. If you are following my Instagram, you should be able to track this MOC's building progress, and you might know that my first design of the roof is using 4 9L beams. But it results as a very fake roof, and also there's one stud popped outwards. So I redesigned the roof and now it can fit a minifigure in. For the front, you can see this smooth white surface and also this circular tile. This is the BMW logo. And for the front lights, you can see that it has two different kinds of lights. One is a transparent tile and the other is a dark grey stud. According to the real car, the two lights do have different color. In the middle of the car, there is the main feature, the radio grillet. And down there, you can see this orange light, this black line, also this transparent tile on the bottom. I'm actually quite proud of what it turned out, and I think that it has a similar look to the real car. Also, I used this triangle plate to make it more three-dimensional, and also holds this car license plate. Another thing to mention is these two triangular plates. They keep the curved shape around the front wheels. It's really challenging to make a wheel steering in a limited space, so this plate helps to cover this big ugly hole here. For the rear part, since that I have limited piece, I used this blue plate as the rear BMW logo. Beside this, you can see the rear lights. It lines up as white, then 3 red lights, then finally a orange light. And also the orange lights did extend to the side. Down there is the rear license plate and the black line. At last, there's a gas tube. Another thing to mention is the rear wing. I connected this inverted plate and a tile with the Technic 1x1 beam brake piece. The rear part is full of angled plates and bricks. It makes the whole car look smoother. Thank you so much all of you awesome guys for watching the whole video. Also, special thanks to my Discord friends, they helped me a lot to improve the whole build. There's a way you can join me building. You can join the Spice Nation server if you want. I'll put the invite link in the description below. Also, one more thing to note. If this video gets 100 likes, I'll put this MOC on LEGO ideas and also publish the instructions of this model. Thanks again you awesome dudes, I'm Technic Bricks and I'll see you next time.